All right. I just got rank 1 for, non-external, so people bump me up, PI, whatever, for Dathea. So I figured I'd do a little bit of a commentary over it. Of course, this is kind of day one. People probably going to re-clear, but still pretty good. Pretty good for day one, parse. So very happy about that. Let's talk about the build. This is incredibly standard. The utility stuff over here doesn't matter. I wasn't actually playing displacement. I just kind of yoinked this import code from Toe Grinders because it has the spec talent thing that I want. This is actually generally the best simming single target build if you were to drop Arcane Cleave for improved arcane missiles. But this is the spec build you actually play on this fight where you take Arcane Cleave just because you need to do add damage. And yeah. So the gym build's really, really strong here for a number of reasons. One, I'm mainly spec'd for Frost, so I have like 43% mastery in Arcane. Really disgusting. You'll see my mana. And this build heavily values mastery. Additionally, this is just a better simming like 4 to 5 target build, so it's really strong for the ad platforms, which have like 6 targets, 6 target plus. So pretty good with that. And yeah. I am on platforms 2 and 4. If you're on platforms 1 and 3, I think Harmony is a little bit better because you don't need the mana regen from Gem because you're not double Lusting on pull, and it's just better to stack Harmony to go into the platforms on if you're 1 and 3, in my opinion. But I'm saying that as someone who does platforms 2 and 4, so take that with a grain of salt. Anyway, time to talk about it. So pre-pull standard, get a clear casting proc, channel EVK like 10 seconds before pull. Then you're gonna do your whole ROP into Arcane Blast into here I do missiles, so I want to make sure I'm in combat before I send my orb. But yeah. And then you just do the standard opener. Used some Arcane Blast until I had just enough time left on Ring of Power, and then I went to my burn, and then in this burn. So this was probably I should have barraged to end my surge window, and I didn't, and I ended up barraging afterwards, which was a waste. We can see here that first of all, I got to 3 Arcane Charge before I started my Rain Spark, but the orb before my Shifting Power, even though I only have 1 orb charge, let me get another orb off before my mini burn, so it was pretty strong conserve. Just gonna end this with a palm, like normal. I'm actually gonna barrage here soon as well, just because this is 2 target cleave at the moment, and I know that at some point in my conserve I'm going to have to barrage, so might as well do it when I'm hitting 2 targets. Refresh another Tempest 4 charges. I mean, I didn't even have it up, but use that 4 charges to delay my mana a little bit. You can see that's a little bit inefficient, but I'm trying to not evocate immediately because I'm gonna get knocked back here. Normally I try and have my ROP down before we get knocked, so that was kind of unfortunate, but it's what it is. Just gonna insta clear with this, just using my ice flows to run. I'm not doing the extra blast, probably could have, doesn't matter too much. I think with surge with my haste, I have like 14% haste, it's pretty tight, so. Here I have 100% mana, so I'm definitely not going to use barrage at the end of my surge. It'd be pretty mana inefficient to do. And you can see just because of when we'd used our CDs on the at the start, I'm just getting this perfect lineup where I can just start my ramp early on every cyclone, and then I am just able to ramp quite easily with ice flows. If you are, in need of that movement, it's perfectly fine to do 2 clearcast AMs in Touch of the Magi. I think it seems as like a 0.1% loss or something to do that. Yeah. I'm actually doing a decent bit worse boss damage here than I was on the pull before. This is kind of mediocre boss damage. I mean, I've been hit by a few tornadoes, so yeah, had some downtime that I really shouldn't have had. but the ad phase is what's going to make it all worth it. So kick one of the other ones in. I'm not going to rune here because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the AoE burn. I should talent, of course, before using my surge, but you know, Frostbrain, what can I say? Here, I'm just really holding. I was trying to hold my barrage there to make sure that it was going to be in execute, essentially, because I only get one orb into barrage there, so. Again, you know, kind of perfect lineup. Could have used Ice Flows for that last stack instead I used Ice Nova, which is fine. I am kind of walking a weird way because he wants us to be on circle. Obviously, that's super unfortunate given, you know, what we were doing, or the platform we were doing, so. But yeah, now we're just chilling. We're gonna do another spark burn or another, you know, surge burn on this platform, and then we're gonna go to the next platform with pot and trinket and surge and lust, which is disgusting. I overlapped my another precision there just because we needed to kill this infuser because, as I said, we were supposed to be on circle, but we weren't there, so it made it, you know, harder for them. Like, it was a late ad, that's what I mean. There, no extra barrage or no extra blast now that we're in execute. Yeah, just do the standard. And I gotta remember to barrage, those a late barrage, so. I keep telling myself I'll download Fori's version 2 of his Touch of the Magi weak aura, which is that weak aura that shows you that like green thing, because it has like a warning. Basically, it shows you yellow like a second before, so that you can kind of mentally prepare yourself. So, and when I'm standing as far away as I was from Dathea, that was also probably when I wanted to shoot it as opposed to the green. Like I did dip out of my or my rune there for that barrage, which is a little unfortunate, especially in execute. But yeah, I made sure to get that barrage in there, even if it was a little early. Here, I don't need to worry about the tornado because it's kind of obviously going to be, you know, landing right there and not shooting past me. But I did panic when it got a little close. Now, you know, I'm going over to this ad set. And I could be doing, you know, some damaging abilities while I was moving, could have Ice Nova, could have, you know, Ice Flows or whatnot, but it's fine. Again, gotta kick something. Here I am gonna do the extra rune. But you can see I used my talent at the start, like last time. Like here I'm gonna blast a little bit. Yep. Just it was like I decided not to hold it and just do like a low charge barrage, which I don't, it's probably not worth it. Probably should have just held it and done like some arcane explosions instead of my arcane blast on it. But yeah. And then I'm gonna block this mark off because we're now in the stage where it's just, you know, kill the boss. So blinking away. Somehow I detargeted the boss there, which is kind of unfortunate because rip some of my rune duration, but it's alright. Then I'm gonna walk closer to make it easier for me to barrage. And then yeah, just hitting the boss a little bit. And then it's dead. Easy. Alright, I'll show you kind of like, you know, buffs and whatnot here. So, you know, we can look at damage breakdown for different mobs. Here's Dathea. You know, obviously, I'm not sending a lust pot and 2 trinket usages and 2 surge uses on the boss, so I'm not doing boss damage. Arcane's role on this fight is, nope, that's the ad on the main platform. Arcane's role on this fight is purely to do ad damage. This is the main ad on the platforms, and then this is the small ads on the platforms. And you can see like Arcane just hard carries them. It's not particularly close if you take into account, you know, both of them. So yeah, it's pretty crazy damage. As for, you know, buff up time, just looks like this. Yeah, nothing too inventive. I am of course playing Ozerweave, I did get Blessing of Summer, but that doesn't count for my damage. So, yeah. It's for the Holy Paladin. I am playing Ozreeve. Where's that? Here it is. It shed 55% uptime, which is pretty low. It sims for about 66% on average. I think this is probably due to me channeling Evocate, because normally on Frost I can generally hit close to that 60, 62-ish percentage. So, yeah. Anyway, nothing really out of the ordinary. Maybe that's a good POV for you for Mythic Dathea. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Have a good rest of your day.